Hello and welcome to Mysterious and Strange Events. Today we are going to talk about Tehran UFO. On September 18, 1976, at 10:30 p.m., Iran's capital Tehran, there's an airport in the center of Tehran called Mehrabad Airport. Hossein Pilusi, a traffic controller, was on duty at the airport tower that night. He got a call from a woman who said she saw a bright red yellow-light object, it's shaped like a helicopter propeller, on the northeast side of the airport. But there was only one propeller and no fuselage. After a few minutes, he received a call from a member of the public who said he had seen it. 4 people called that night and said the same thing. Some say it was glowing bird, considering that not everyone knows the phone number at the airport tower, and it's not too late. It's possible that more people witnessed that night. Hung up the phone, Pilusi picked up his binoculars and looked in the direction of the airport in the northeast. To his surprise, he actually saw the glowing object. Its high brightness of yellow, bright, seemed to have the green light. It's moving slowly about 2 kilometers above the ground. He contacted another Yusuf, assistant deputy commander of the Iranian Air Force, and reported the incident. At first, Yusuf thought this phenomenon was a Eurostar, but at Pilusi's insistence, he also saw the object through a telescope and it immediately caught his attention. Because of the brightness, the color, and the speed of movement, it's clearly not a star. And there were no military helicopters on duty that night. Yusuf informed an Air Force base in Hamadan, more than 100 kilometers from Tehran. The Air Force base is the closest to the capital Tehran. A fighter jet was scrambled from the base to investigate. It was a honeymoon stage between Iran and the United States, and the base was flying F-4E fighters purchased from the United States. This was a very advanced type of fighter at the time, and this fighter was out at 1:30 a.m., so this object has been in the night sky for the last 3 hours. And because the object is too bright, it can be seen clearly from 100 kilometers away. The pilot was Yadin Azari. Immediately after liftoff, the object was reported to be visually visible, but he couldn't see the shape of the object because it was too bright. The object was detected by the aircraft's radar at a distance of 3.6 kilometers. At that time, the pilot was ordered to observe the appearance of the object, but when he came within 20 nautical miles of the object is instantly further away from him, yet he uses maximum speed of the F-4E fighter. Mach 2 goes after the object. But when it gets close to the object again, suddenly the fighter's navigation and radio equipment are complete. He felt a fear when he lost its function, so he immediately turned around and went back to the base. But to his surprise, when he turned around and flew some distance, the plane's avionics returned to service. On the way back, he reported what had just happened. Deputy Commander Yusuf sent a second fighter. The pilot was Parvez Jeffrey, but he had an even stranger encounter than the first pilot. It took only 3 minutes for the second pilot, Jeffrey, to approach the object. The airborne radar showed an object the size of a KC-135 tanker. The volume was considerable, while the fighter was 20 nautical miles from the object. Radar showed the object jumping to a greater distance. Jeffrey later estimated that the object had jumped to a distance of dozens of nautical miles in an instant, and he pursued it relentlessly. And he can kind of see that it looks like it's got 4 flashing lights. The red, green, yellow, and blue parts are extremely bright right now. The object suddenly released a small yellow ball. After the Jeffrey report, the commander ordered to return fire. So Jeffrey fired the fighter's ARM-9 air-to-air missile, but he found the launcher failed. He had to maneuver immediately to avoid the ball of light. Unexpectedly, the ball of light followed him all the time. Pilusi was in the tower when he saw fighter jets coming. At one point, the ball of light in the back passed the fighter and flew over the fighter's head, and then it goes back to the main illuminator. Jeffrey finds that the orb of light has returned, and then he goes back and looks at it again. Then he saw that the main illuminant shot a ball of light from below, and the ball descended into the desert, landing entirely on the ground, and illuminating the whole 2 kilometers of desert as if it were daylight. The fighter is now ready to go to the light ball landing site, but by this time, his avionics and weapon systems are all disabled. He was flying almost by eye, which is very dangerous at night, but as long as he stays within a certain distance of the orb, the jet's avionics will be restored. Back and forth, the fighter jet was almost out of view, finally landed at Mehrabad International Airport, and the luminaire stayed in the air. According to Pelosi of the tower, the glow didn't disappear until 4 a.m.